Well. We are back again with World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. We're playing the Mage again. Now we want to get the Mage leveled. Apparently the guild needs mages pretty badly. So, gonna do the thing where we level the stuff. And I'm Dapper Ninja, and that's what I'm going to do. So work on leveling this stuff. So let's go over to, where am I going again? Winter Spring. Get some pristine Yeti horns, and we'll do these shamans and ursas. See if we can get that all squared away for the moment. We'll go from there. Level 56 now. Yeah, level 56. We're getting closer. So I want to just do these couple of quests, and then we'll probably head over to Western Plague Lands and start there. Oh, that's right. I've got to kill these moon-touched owl beasts as well, of course. So that's 3 quests I've got to do in Winter Spring then. Okay. Added extras. That's good. That's good. That'll be good. How much int? Well, personally, I don't have a lot. I'm a bit of a dumbass. My character, though, 309. Yeah. My level of int is extremely low. And you don't want to drink my conjured water. It's warm and it tastes funny. It's the worst kind of conjured water. Leaves funny stains, and when I'm an old man, I'll smell like it, because that's what happens to old men, apparently. So that's kind of like the worst part of. Well, it's not really even the worst part of what it is to get to look forward to when you get old. I don't really know what the worst part of it's going to be, but I don't even think it's going to be that, which is, scary. But oh well. Here's what it is. Can't avoid it. Stuff will happen. We'll all get old. And badness will happen. I don't know, because whoever is making the different enemy spawns didn't put 10,000 in there. It's literally the only reason. You got to get somebody to put the assets in. It's as simple as that. It's literally all it is. If people don't actually create it, it will not be there. And then they'll still reuse skins and that sort of stuff anytime, and all they'll have done is change some colours or something. It's true. You do need new enemies to kill. Though honestly, I am one of those weird people that I could actually just grind I could probably grind my way from level 1 to level 60 in Classic WoW. No quests at all. No nothing else, literally just grind the entire way. I could actually do that because I am a strange, sad little man that could manage to do these things. The repetitive of it doesn't really get to me or anything. It's kind of, sometimes it's almost soothing instead. I can't imagine it would be very good content though. It would just be guy killing fucking this mob for 5 hours. Woo! While talking shit probably about it constantly. Oh yeah, well, the thing is though, it's like even like there's so many skins that are reused throughout the game. So Yes, the guild seems to want mages to be leveling up at the moment, so... Luckily I'm leveling one, so that makes things a bit easier. Who's this guy? Warrior? Bah, don't need more warriors. Who needs more warriors? I mean, really. Alright, let's see. You look at the owl beasts, for example. There's a heap of different owl beasts you got to kill. They're all just slightly different colours. Heaps of different, all sorts of stuff, and they're all just slightly different colours. The amount of different bears that you got to kill is just insane. They're all just different colours. Only little variations. Only littlands. Only littlands. But it's all good. It's all good. I can still run around and kill all of the things, and that's the main thing. That is the main thing for me. We're going to go up this hill over here, I think it is. I think that's where the these guys are. Yeah, they'll change one feather. One feather will be white instead of off-white. There you go, new model. One feather on an entire bird. It's now off-white instead of white. And this one's beige, not white. Don't know what you're talking about. Completely different model. Cost us $10,000 to create that one. Now buy our new DLC for brand new game prices. That's how we do it here. At Blizzard, who are we again? I don't know. Random company number 5. We're all the same. Yeah, so I respec'd into a slightly different build, so I now do a little bit more damage, get a few more crits, especially to things that are frozen to the ground, like so. Of course, now I can prove that I don't get more crits by not critting him. That's good. That's good. And I need lots more rune cloth. Lots and lots. That's true, this is an American game. It is, yes. A lot of games are American. I think Borderlands is actually... I think the developers, at least original Borderlands, were Australian. I don't know about the current ones. But that's about the extent of knowledge of Borderlands for me. I don't know a lot about Borderlands. Seems like a good game, though. Seems interesting. Yay, free spell. Yay, free spell didn't do much. Oh, it's fine. Killing all the Ursa. I need to kill the shamans too. Almost got it slaughtered. And yeah. There you go. There you go. I'm slowly going to catch up to this shaman, and I might get to fight him one day. By then, I'm probably going to have killed all of the Ursas that I need to kill. Oh, yeah. A lot of game companies have had studios all over the world for a long time. Part of it's because you can get cheaper labor and stuff in other countries. But yeah. I try not to worry too much about where the game is made. So these guys actually just cast lightning at me if I fight them? Yes, they do. That's fine. That just means I don't really want to fight two of them. Because lightning tends to hurt a lot. Because I don't have any kind of... any of the various wards or anything against lightning. I can't remember if I played Warcraft 2000 or not. Back then I played a lot of different RTSs and all sorts of stuff, so I can't remember. I remember playing the original Warcraft. The original one. It was pretty good. I won't say it was like groundbreaking or anything like that, but it wasn't a bad game. There were quite a few other RTSs out around at the time. So at the time, way back then, my favourite was Dune 2. Oh, that was a brilliant RTS. What the fuck? I don't remember ever seeing a demon up here before. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is not go anywhere near that bastard. Jeez. I'm actually going to look that up. What the hell? I've played this game for a really long time. And I've never seen Zandivius before. He's summoned once you become exalted with the Timbermore clan. There is a quest, you know. Okay. Okay, someone's... That looks like it's actually... The Zandivius seems to be something to do with getting exalted with Timbermore as well. So maybe it's if hunters get exalted with the Timbermore or something. I don't know. It's all good. I've never seen him. I never worried about that sort of stuffs. Alright, I should probably put up my barrier since this guy's going to come and try to punch me in the face. Not what we want. We don't need to be punched in the face. It just hurts. Oh, jeez. And apparently I'm going to try and breathe in the water that I'm attempting to drink. Hey, ain't that close? That's not what I meant to cast just then. Oh well. Fat-fingered that one. That's alright. I'll live. This Den Watcher won't, though. Hey, I'm just trying to get back into Timbermore Hold, you bastards. Come on. There's probably going to be shamans and stuff down here. I just want to fight them. Why are you getting in my way? Why? Shield Slam's pretty good, good ability. It's not bad. Really? They're all Den Watchers, there's no Shamans today? Of course not. Okay, well there's one Shaman. Let's go fight the Shaman. But yeah, I think I'm happy with, because I've got the Rogue at level 60. I think I'd like to get this Mage to level 60 as well. I'm enjoying the Mage. So, see how all that goes, I reckon. I reckon I'm going to cruise along with them and see see what happens. So, yes, the guild seems to feel like it's lacking in mages at the moment, so they're... So luckily I'm in my latter stages of leveling, so that's good for me. Well, if you play on the private servers, it's actually really easy to do multiple accounts like that. And most of them don't really mind if you do botting and stuff like that on there. Some private servers do have some rules around botting, like when it comes to like raiding and that sort of stuff. But most of them are like okay with it if you're just cruising around. I remember actually, like, the first time I saw anyone, like, doing the multi-boxing in World of Warcraft, it was a long time ago when I saw it. It was like 2006 or something like that. And it was a dude with 5 shamans. And the problem with it was he was PvPing, and that was a bit shit. So you'd have these 5 shamans all standing on each other, and they'd just basically go, lightning bolt, dead guy, lightning bolt, dead guy. And they're just fucking absolutely railing people. It was pretty crazy. I mean, so far, how long do I have played on this character? It is 7 days at the moment. So I think I'll be able to manage it in the, probably around the 10-day mark, I'd say. We'll see. We'll see. It could be even faster than that. It's hard to say exactly. If there is a shaman up the hill. I think there's sometimes one up the hill. There we go. There we go. Alright, see in the 2019 ones, like I didn't actually play straight off the bat on the 2019 Classic. I wasn't 100% keen at the time, but I jumped in when TBC came out on the original Classic. And it was pretty good, pretty good. I enjoyed that. Well, now that I've cleared all that out, let's go back up the hill and see if any shamans have spawned up here for me to kill. Meanwhile, stuff will spawn down here and somebody else will get to kill it. So that'll be good, in a way, I suppose. Ursas have been spawning up here. Why, Ursas, why? Why? Give me the shamans. The shamans. I don't want to go into the town with the level 62 elite hanging around there. It's going to be bad for my health. And I don't really want it to be that bad for my health, honestly. Because that's just bad. Next. Let's get rid of these Ursas and see what we've got left. I remember back in my original Molten Core days, we did a little bit of videoing and that sort of stuff. So, not too much, but that was when you'd use fraps and that sort of stuff. So very long ago. Old man crack, eh? Okay. Whatever floats your boat, man. Whatever floats your boat. Why are they all Ursa? This is making me sad. Even the patroller is. Come on, man. Come on, man. Respawn is something useful. Not these, you know, hopeless Ursa things. Right. Well, you know, doesn't really seem like an offensive name to me. I don't see why it would get flagged, personally. Oh, well. It's fine, though. I mean, some people will decide to, you know, report people for all sorts of things, so you just never know. You never know. Why are we all Ursas? I want shamans. Give the shamans. Come on, Blizzard. I pay you money. You give me the mobs I need to kill. That's the deal we made. I wrote it down in crayon. Oh. We had no nighttime. So the thing is, though, that all depends on the server you're on anyway. So because it's 3:45 a.m. server time, therefore it's nighttime. So if it was actually my current time, because my current time is 7:46 p.m. because I'm on the east coast of Australia, it would still be nighttime on the server. So, but I'm used to actually playing servers on a nighttime cycle because it's always been the way. Now let's see. These guys should be respawning soon, if not now. Okay, well, apparently he's respawned now, and he wants to fight me now. Out here. Oh, apparently that guy's respawned as a shaman. It's interesting. I don't know. I prefer to actually have proper day-night cycles in the game. Technically, what they actually could do is, so since say it's daytime for me. So say it was daytime for me, they could actually have it so that I see it as daytime, and somebody that it's nighttime for sees it as nighttime. They could actually do stuff like that, because that could be actually locally based rather than server based. So. I remember, I'm pretty sure I played on Kazgaroth. I think that was where I played in Mortal Wombats, the Mortal Wombats guild. But for the last, when I did, Classic before, that's on Aragal, I think. Yeah. Pretty sure I remember playing on Kazgaroth anyway. I may be thinking of something else, though. It's always possible. I'm pretty sure that was Kazgaroth. go. We'll kill this Den Watcher while I wait for Counterspell to come off cooldown. Oh, you were 2-pop, were you? Okay. I remember that name. What was I called on... I think I was just called Gurgam on Kazgaroth. Girgam. Yeah, I remember that name. It's definitely one that rings a bell. That was a good server, Kazgaroth. I liked it. In the Mortal Wombats crew. Good times, good times. But, oh well. Yeah, I think I went on to Kazgaroth. Ooh, it was shortly after it opened. And I was leveling my... so I think I mostly played a shaman over there. I have trouble remembering those things these days. So I back then I played a bit more all over the place when it came to my times. Because while I, was mostly play in Australian times, I worked casually at the time. Oh yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from there. I actually, because when I did stop playing WoW the first time, I very much did not want to get back into playing it on the live servers ever again. But the classic back in 2019 sort of dragged me back in. So yeah, these things will happen. And honestly, if it's something that you don't think your mind can handle, I'd say just stay away from it, and just keep doing what you're doing instead. Gotta make sure you can enjoy your life, and sometimes games can take over our lives a bit. That's really not what you want to do. Yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah, you definitely don't want to come back to it. It's better to just sort of stick away from it and make sure you can keep living your life and make sure you can keep enjoying your life. They're the main things you've got to do. Main thing in life. Do what you can to enjoy it. That's my opinion, at least. Like a friend of mine with when we played WoW originally, playing it affected his life a bit too much. So he would do things like stay up until 5 in the morning, then call in sick to work and do all that sort of stuff. Mine doesn't tip left to right, no. But yeah, a mate of mine, he'd call in sick to work just so he could continue playing and do all that sort of stuff. And it's like, it's not healthy for you to do that sort of stuff. Especially if it starts affecting your life too much, like you just, it's just, you can't do that sort of stuff. Yeah, I mean, and for him, it was just like, that was just what he wanted to do. He was just like, nope, I'm just going to keep playing game. And it was just cool. And it doesn't do good things for quite a lot of people. So while I do play a lot of games, a lot of time on the games, I can kind of push it aside pretty easily for me. Like I don't let it get to me or anything like that. So like I don't feel any, I don't have any real problem there. And I'm lucky in that sort of way. I mean, at least I don't see me as having a problem. Could be a whole different thing from other people's perspective. Well, see, and that's the thing. So, I mean, I'd like to be able to make a living out of playing games. I actually wouldn't want it to just be one game, though, that I played. I'd have to be more of a... If I ever do kind of manage to get Twitch to become a thing for me, it'd have to be different sorts of games and other stuff as well. Like, I couldn't just do it as just one sort of thing. It'd have to be... I'd have to be, your sort of multi-game, multi-sort of thing streamer. There we go. That's the last of the shamans I needed. So that's sorted. Let's go see if we can get some pristine Yeti horns, shall we? I mean, gaming addiction is still a very big thing for a lot of people. And the problem with a lot of games these days as well is they've actually learnt a lot from gambling companies and that sort of stuff. So it really, so they really know how to push people's addictions and that sort of thing in that way these days. So you do have to be very careful with these sorts of things, like, yeah. But I mean, in the end, if you do find you have problems with playing games and that sort of stuff, you've got to make sure that you can control those issues and that sort of stuff, If need be, I mean, in your case, you don't play games and that sort of thing anymore, and that's very good. It's exactly what you should do. But yeah, if people actually let games and that sort of stuff control their lives, they really do need to get help, and that's the main thing. If you want to me, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, if you want to get over an addiction, try and make money out of it. Yeah. It's one of those things where, if anything is going to ruin gaming for me, it's actually trying to make it a job. So, jobs are generally, it's what you do to get money. You don't necessarily have to enjoy it. I do my job every day, and honestly, I don't like doing it every day. I don't like being there, but it pays the bills, and that's all that matters. It's all that matters. That's why I took the thing in the first place. Let's see. Ice Mage is not the best for fighting these guys. Really isn't. There's a lot of resisting happening here. I like this. What are we doing? Oh, Mr. Ice Thistle Yeti. Yes, you made it all the way through my barrier. Good for you. Bastard. Bastard thing. I mean, that's the thing. So that's why I'm happy doing this as a hobby. If I made money out of it, that would be cool. If I don't, that's also fine. You know, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to, well, at least not at this point, to try and turn this into a job or anything like that. So it'd probably change if I was regularly getting like a lot of viewers and that sort of stuff. Then I'd probably be like, maybe I can make a goer of it, but yeah. I have nowhere near enough subscribers or anything for something like that. So for me, it's a hobby. I've been making videos for years. I've actually got like, I don't know, I think it's almost 2,000 videos on my channel these days. Something like that. 1,300 or something like that. Actually, cosplaying up a car is pretty easy these days. What you do is you just need a printer that can print onto the wrap material, and you just print out a wrap and wrap the car. And wrapping the car will probably take maybe 2 or 3 days if you don't know what you're doing. I can understand that. I mean, there's oddly enough, there's people out there. So there's quite a few YouTubers and VTubers and that sort of stuff that can do this because they even though they've got like huge amounts of social anxiety. Can't string 2 words together if they're talking to somebody they've never talked to before. But you put a microphone in front of them and computer screens and they go forever. But that's the thing, everyone's got their own thing. Again, I've been making videos for, I think since 2017 was when I started making my first YouTube videos. And I was doing streaming, a little bit of streaming on and off back then as well. So but yeah, I mean, this year I've just decided I feel like doing some streaming and that sort of stuff again. Like, you know, over the years I've had my share of like mental issues and that sort of stuff. I'm permanently on what do they call them? Antidepressants now. Those are various in-life things, and so I've sort of finally started getting my brain to act in a way that I'm happy with. So I feel like I can actually do things like a bit of streaming and that sort of thing. These guys are apparently very resistant to anything I do with them. But yeah, you know, we've all got our things. We've just got to find out what makes each of us tick. Come on, Ice Thistle Yeti, don't be so resistant. It's just rude being resistant. Very rude. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, unfortunately. Oh, he was catching bots on hardcore. Wow, that's pretty cool. I know you see so many bots in hardcore WoW, especially like I mean mostly hunters, but yeah, you see a lot of them leveling, and you can normally pick them as well because you can see the way they sort of move in certain ways that they are sort of pre-programmed to do certain things. That's pretty cool. Nice. He probably does other things and that sort of thing now. But yeah, back in original Vanilla WoW. Oh, nice. Back in original Vanilla WoW, a lot of the bots actually had so they had auto invite turned on, so you can actually invite them to a group. So they just basically accept things. So you could just you could invite them to a group and summon them, for example, and they'd just always accept these things. And so me and some warlock friends, we used to go down into the depths of the ocean, and we'd summon them up, and we'd invite them in, summon them up, and then they'd basically just spend the next few hours drowning over and over again. Used to be kind of fun. Yeah, especially I've noticed especially in hardcore WoW, you can actually get so it's quite easy to drag other people into your fights. So as long as you sort of fight anything near someone, you can kind of force them into being in combat. So yeah, it is actually pretty easy to do that sort of thing if you want to do that. Alright, so we need moon-touched owl beasts now. 13 of. Hey. Don't moonfire me. I'll moonfire you. Well, no, I won't moonfire you. I can't. I'm a mage, but anyway. But yeah, they don't even need to do anything to the mobs. You just sort of... So if somebody actually was, say, if I was fighting that guy and somebody came up and attacked this guy, and they were close enough to me, I'd get dragged into their combat. Which does feel a bit like a bug to me, but... If you can kill bots, though, it's not really that much of a bug. It's more of a feature. But, you know, it depends on how you see it as well. I mean, most of the time, I'm not too concerned about the bots. They can be a little bit annoying, but... You know, and I can tell why, you know, companies like Blizzard and that sort of thing are never going to do everything they can to get rid of bots, because in the end, that's an active account. They can advertise that they've got more accounts because of it. They may get money because of it. So for them, it's just... There's no real reason to get rid of bots that hard. They could actually... I'm sure they could easily automate something like that these days. The things that they could actually manage to do are like... would be very, very, very high up there, but they don't want to do it because it's a lot of money that they would lose. Yeah, add a moon-touched one. There is a moon-touched one. Let's go kill this moon-touched one. There you go. I mean, Classic now is now up to Mists of Pandaria, which hasn't been too bad. Have been playing that a bit on my Panda. It's not too bad. Though I'm not really feeling that compelled to play it either. Admittedly, like it's not that exciting. So yeah, it's like I was considering raiding on that. It was one of the things I was thinking of doing, but I don't know. It's kind of lost its luster a bit already. It looks like I should be able to raid on this one if I can level up fairly well with my Mage. I'll probably be able to raid. So what I'm also looking at is leveling a Druid up on the Australian PvP Classic era server. So, because they're going to go to Burning Crusade sometime in the new year. And so I'm going to try and level up a Druid so that I can maybe do some raiding on that as well. Because I quite like the raiding in Burning Crusade, so see how that goes. So there was a bunch of internet work happening like in the last few days. And so I was not playing on hardcore for the last few days for that reason, because disconnect key is not fun. So yeah. So, but it should be all done and dusted now. So, but I got my Druid that I'm leveling up on the other PvP server up to level 14, I think. So, get him some rest XP now. You're going for all of the crafted stuff and everything, are you? All the BOE stuff. I'll start getting into 5-mans and that sort of stuff, hopefully pretty quickly after I get to level 60. He fell very deeply into the snow there. Isn't your face cold? Your face should be cold, Mr. Berserker. Jeez. Let's see, Mr. Moon touched our beast. Let's see. Crazed our beast. Crazed? Don't be so crazed. Silly our beast. But yeah, so I still have some plans up my sleeve at the moment for what I'm going to be doing. Free gift of Arthas, eh? I shouldn't have attacked this guy. So I just realised I was almost out of mana. That wasn't very good. That the Helm enchant's actually like from the Librams and that sort of stuff. I can't remember. I should be able to remember. I'm playing the damn game, but you know. Is that leg enchants? I don't remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers, though. And that's the main thing. But me, I am unlikely to remember things. I'm old and I smell funny. Alright, so remembering things is difficult. Alright, let's see. Moon touched our beast. Ah! How dare you! Moon firing me. Damn, there, moonfire spam. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I have my gear is completely unenchanted. It's the way I like to be when I'm leveling. As unenchanting as possible. Even though I am an enchanter, I just only disenchant. I really should use up some of my mats and level it a bit, but I'm very lazy. I don't really want to level enchanting. Enchanting really sucks to level. But if I can do a lot of disenchanting, it does mean what I can do is get a lot of enchanting mats. Then I can get other people to enchant stuff for me. There's quite a few pretty bad epics in the game. Invulnerable Male is one of them. It is epic, isn't it? I think that's one of the epic ones. But I think Invulnerable Male feels like it's one of those ones that would be good if you were a tank, but for some reason still could only wear mail. It's almost like one of the, like a piece they originally made for if shamans could actually tank. And then they forgot that shamans can't tank. Because they made sure that the shaman talents basically didn't allow it. Really? It's going to be like that, is it? It is going to be like that. No. Bat. Bad thingamy fella. This isn't good. There we go, I've got one of those. There we go. Everything's fine. There we are. Nobody died. So what have I got? So I got 2 Greater Eternal Essences off a green before, so... Yeah, well, your blue shards are really not actually as useful as people do seem to think. It's I actually find it's mostly your essences that end up being worth more. Most of the time. Depends, of course, what you're going for, etc. There we go. Berserk, berserk. There's a moon-touched one. Let's go see if we can fight that moon-touched one. Realize he was level 59. I'm going to pay slightly more attention to what level some of these things are before I just start fighting them. So that's the kind of thing that gets a troll killed. Let's see. Berserk is in there. Can't see what's in there. Just have some bit more water there. Yeah, the warriors do love their staves with Wind Fury. I suppose the shamans do as well. Oh, okay. I didn't realise I was going to crit him that hard. Yeah. There's a berserk in there. Level 9 one. I should stop fighting these level 9 ones. They don't seem to be that good for my health. Level 9? Level 59. What am I saying? I have such a headache. So annoying. I had a very long day today at work. Very tired. Well, it's interesting. So I've noticed through through playing hardcore, there is quite a lot of warriors that like to use even like the staves and that sort of stuff. Even if they've got int on them and that sort of stuff, they're just like, it's still a better DPS weapon, especially early on. Like some of the caster staves are actually better than any of the other weapons for the warriors. I think it's like the Wailing Caverns quest reward one. I think I've seen a fair few warriors actually using that. Because they actually find it to be better. Which I think is fair. If it in the end does more damage, who gives a stuff? You know, but if you're a hunter, you probably shouldn't be getting, you know, two-handed maces and stuff like that, because you can't use them. You can't use them, damn it. So don't. Hunter's still hanging around here. How Jay? So you know, this is my farming ground, because I don't know what I'm going on about. Oop. Circle our beast there. Let's make sure we get out of his patrol area. I can do with more mana before I engage with anyone else. Hey, hunter. Dwarf hunter. Come kill him. Yeah, I mean, if you can get the vendor stuff for like Arathi Highlands, the Arathi Battleground and the Warsong Gulch and that sort of stuff, they're actually pretty good. Pretty good to use. Berserk. Moon touched. Touched by the moon. That's a much better level. Ah. No. Gotta stop with your moon firing of me. Oh, I'm only 2 bars off. Nice. Let's see. Do we have another moon touched one here? We do. Perfect. There we go. Oh, another aquamarine. How many of those do I have? I've got like 6 aquamarines. Fucking hell. Sorry, moon touched our beast. I don't need to kill you now. You don't need to moonfire spam me though either. It's loud and annoying. You can go somewhere else now. I don't know. I like doing I used to do AB a bit when I was leveling shamans and that sort of thing back in the day. But it was when I'd be like, you know, in my high level 40s or something like 48 sort of thing, using a nice Kraken 2-hander so that I could pop mages with Wind Fury. Lots of fun. Lots of fun to be had. Just going there for the lols. Just doing it for the lols. That'll be another thing on when I'm leveling the druid on the PvP server. I actually want to be able to do some PvP with them, probably as a PvP healer rather than a DPS or anything like that. I like doing the PvP heals. Are we there, Yeti? That's that one. I've got to go all the way over here for the map traveling. Boo. Go all the way to the other side of the map. Hand in quest. Thanks, man. That's the end.
Interesting. Glad I could help.
Let's see.
Real. If you ever need anything.
Ah, yes.
Out there,
The Yeti. The Yeti. We must scare them. Fear the Yeti. Fear the Yeti, Lagaki. Run, Lagaki, run! It's going to steal your spine. Anyway, let's go hand this another quest. I've actually never done a raided battleground. Never done one. Not once. I've only really done the normal battlegrounds and like the PvP zones like Winter Grasp and that sort of stuff. I haven't even done a lot of arena. I've never really got too much into arena. Never really been my thing. While I think about it, I'm just going to get some more of the mana crystals up. Just in cases. Just in cases. So. Yeah, I don't think because they brought raided battlegrounds in. I don't remember when now. Because they weren't in during the Ice Crown expansion. And honestly, the expansions I've played by far and away the most is everything leading up to Ice Crown and Ice Crown itself. And anything beyond that, I don't have clues on. 0 clues. No idea. You know, not gonna lie. Got no clue whatsoever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's such a long way. Gotta go. Oh, let's travel all the way through Winterspring. Congratulations, you've handed in a quest. Now travel all the way through Winterspring again. Congratulations. Oh, why? Why do you want to do these things to me? Oh, 22 damage and healing, or 21 with 6 intel. I'll be sticking with what I got. I think I'll grab Ursa's Embrace and I'll DE that one. What's our quest reward from this one? 90 silver. Woo. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go and empty my gold bags. So I'm gathering up a little bit too much gold on this character at the moment. So I need to send that off to the old bank vault. Sword of the Magistrate. That spirit's very handy. Have I heard about roadblocks? I have heard that roadblocks is a thing. I vaguely know that you can like build various games and that sort of stuff on Roblox. I've never played Roblox before. I know a couple of people that play on it, and I've got a friend whose children really like playing on it. So, but yeah, hasn't really been mine. Never actually really looked into Roblox at all. Not my cup of tea. So, but I have also heard there's been a bit of a crackdown on that recently. Something to do with names and that sort of thing on there. I think. I could be wrong, of course. That's just something that has come through the grapevine at me. So I think my mate's kids got banned or something on there for something they said or did or something. I don't know. He was talking, I was mostly just nodding, going, yes. Do I like Baldur's Gate 3? I haven't actually played enough of Baldur's Gate 3 to properly form an opinion, to be honest. So when it first went into that pre-release state, like years ago, I got it then, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I was like, that's really cool. And then I never went back and played it again. So I couldn't... I'd say I would like it because I really like RPGs, but I didn't really play it enough at the time to probably be able to say good, bad, other. I'd say it's probably good though, because I mean, what did it get Game of the Year? I think when it actually went into full release. I think it did get Game of the Year, right? It was at least up there for it. So, but I do like the world that Baldur's Gate is based in. I really like the Forgotten Realms lore. I love the way that the whole world is created, and I love the way that the lore actually does evolve and that sort of thing. So they've spent a lot of time actually evolving the lore and evolving the world through the story and that sort of stuff. And it's something that I think a lot of other franchises could learn a lot from. The way they've actually evolved the lore and everything, I think, is really well done. I haven't seen any of the super recent stuff though, with the Forgotten Realms lore. Though I do wonder if that's actually starting to sort of not do so well. I think Wizards of the Coast might have got their claws a bit too deeply into it, rather than the original creators of the world, and so may have had some issues since then. I'm not 100% sure though. So, but yeah, I've read a lot of the lore books and everything on the background of Forgotten Realms and Faerun and the Abertorial issue and the Spell Plague and all of that sort of stuff. I actually even played because I played the original Neverwinter Nights RPG game, which was like the top-down isometric sort of one. And I think I played Neverwinter Nights 2, and I played a bit of the Neverwinter Nights MMO as well, which is pretty cool. In its original release, I think it was better than it is now, because when it was originally released, you could do things like you could actually make your own dungeons in there, and there was a whole thing with a lot of player created dungeons and stuff. It was very cool. So there was some really sort of out there dungeons that were weird and wonderful, and I thought that was awesome that they had a system like that in their game. Now it's really just like every other MMO, when you play it, it's like it's a bit sad that they sort of took that out of it. Yeah. And that's me just babbling about Forgotten Realms for a while. So, but yeah, I do keep meaning to go back and actually play Baldur's Gate again. It's good to. I think that's where I need to hand in this one. It'd suck if I've just decided to fly there for no reason. In the northern areas, this is dangerous. 13. Troll Failbane in Felwood. Yes, good. Felwood it is. Yeah, I've really got to go back and play Baldur's Gate 3 again. And get some more time under my belt on that one. So, but I just part of RPGs as well is there's a lot of times I have a bit of trouble keeping on going with an RPG because one of the things I love doing is creating characters in RPGs. So, and there's while things like World of Warcraft, you've got your classes and all that sort of stuff. There's not a huge range of classes you can play, and they are pretty generic. Whereas with things like Baldur's Gate and that sort of stuff, the range of classes and races and that sort of stuff you can play is so much larger, so much more interesting. And when it goes with the main like D&D books and that sort of stuff, because then you can do things like I don't know if Baldur's Gate 3 has it, but I know other games that have used essentially the D&D engines as the back end for the character creation. They'll have things like your cross classing and doing all that sort of stuff, so that you can be a warrior mage that eventually becomes a spell sword, or you can start as a paladin. Then you can wipe out your honor, so you can lose your paladin status, and then you can become a blackguard and do all that sort of stuff. So you can really properly feel like you're developing a character, and I love that sort of stuff. You're here to touch my weenus. Interesting. You're going to have a lot of trouble finding it. It's a bit on the small side. Hope you got tiny hands. But yeah, I really love that sort of stuff in the RPGs. I really kind of get around doing all that sort of stuff. Neverwinter Nights, I played a lot of Neverwinter Nights back in the day. Way back in the day. In the olden days. When it was not played online. So, yeah, that was quite a long time ago. Because there was the Underdark expansion, and there was all the times that there was a friend of mine that we used to game with. We'd all gather. We used to actually have lands and stuff like that. Persistent open worlds. So we used to have to play, like when the original Neverwinter Nights came out, we would actually have lands of it. So we'd all gather in a house, dragging our 8,000-ton computers with us. 10 Berserk Owlbees. I have to go all the way back for that. Another time, perhaps. We need to go scare Sprinkle and Quixel still. So, yes, the old way of gaming with my friends. Oh, this is going to be a long flight. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I still really enjoy the RPG aspect in WoW as well. I just don't think it's in depth enough for me though, to feel like I'm doing proper character development with it. So, otherwise, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a great game. I've played it for fucking long enough. I've played it since essentially 2004. So, Yeah, you're exactly right there. If you do want to play the original, classic is actually really good. Classic hardcore is a bit different. So if you've played a lot of classic and you want to, or you played the vanilla one and you really want to do some new challenges for yourself, I'd say classic hardcore is not bad. It depends on as well. Like my favorite was still the classic to Ice Crown. I've been doing Mists of Pandaria lately, but I feel like it's lacking. There's just something that's, for me personally, just missing a bit. You know, I don't know. It might feel like I'm not going into, like, I feel like sometimes when I'm going into just even a normal fight in classic, I may not live, which is an interesting sort of way of going through it. But I like, it's one of the things I kind of like about it is the fact that, you know, there's a fragileness to you, which honestly in Mists of Pandaria I don't feel that way at all. Like, it's, if I'm coming up against an elite, sometimes I feel like I'm gonna die, but most of the time I'm like, bah, it's fine, you know. So I feel like I'm a lot more fragile in the old classic. There's something about that sort of appeals. Feels more like a bit of a struggle. I suppose as I get gear, that'll probably go away a little bit. But then again, this is also hardcore, so yeah, dying is still very much a thing, which is why the guild's kind of hoping to get more mages to level up at the moment, because we seem to be running out of them. So, yeah. Bit of a struggle to keep people alive sometimes. AQ40 is kind of does have a bit of a toll it can take as well. And a few people are finding that at the moment. So it's interesting. Yeah, mages. It's really weird. I've never seen there be anyone go, oh yeah, there's enough mages. Ever. I mean, there's been plenty of times when I was raiding last year, when I was raiding in Ice Crown and that sort of stuff, a year or so ago, I was the only druid, and that was a good thing apparently. And I was the healer, and it was just like, yeah, we don't need any more druids than just the one, you know. And that was like, even in 25 mans, it was just like, okay, druids aren't really that necessary. And we had, like, I think 2 mages, and they were very unhappy about how few mages we had. Well, the problem is you can't really be a goblin. You can't actually be a goblin in classic hardcore, because no goblins, no gobos yet. I'm a troll though, so I find that to be good. Go troll, bulge troll as well. Apparently, I didn't realize I was. I didn't actually realize I was a bald troll with just like the hair going down the back of my head, until I was about level 45. So I was like, it's like bald troll. I didn't realize. I like my trolls though. I've generally had good time playing the trolls. I've done multiple kinds of like priests and shamans with them, and warriors. I like the trolls. I think they're a good race. They're one of my favourites. Yes. Also, you know, I'm used to seeing trolls die, so maybe that might be a bad thing though, considering. Hmm. Right, so we need to scare Sprinkle and Quixel. Who's who? Who's where? What's where and how's who? Scare at Sprinkle, and the other one's over here somewhere. In Angora, up here. Quixel, yes. Ah, forced to be a blood elf. Ah, gun to your head. They were torturing you, weren't they? Wrapping the barbed wire around you and bashing it into you with a hammer, so that it would be permanently stuck into your body. And every movement you could feel the barbed wire tearing at you. I don't know why I suddenly thought of that. I'll make a note of that for my for when I do some more writing. Write books. That's what you do. Ah, yes, yeah. That's a good reason for it too. Well, I actually quite like the troll, like berserking is really good, especially for casters. It's less good in hardcore because if you've got less health, you get more out of berserking. You don't want less health in hardcore. It makes your bum go a bit squeaky. So yeah, more health is what you want in hardcore. More health, good. More health good. Low health bad and scary. You get this weird feeling through your body like you're gonna die and not just your character. Like, brr. It's like, come on, we can't do it. But you've also got things like, what's the other one? The bow specialization. Maybe it's actually later. Maybe I think they actually did change it a bit. Berserking's alright, but there's like the Voodoo Shuffle as well, which I think is oh no, that's just your normal dodge passive. Yeah, 'cause I think there's like the Voodoo Shuffle and stuff like that. Well, it's true. More DACA. The more DACA you have, the better. And that is also why you always make sure you paint your mount red, because red ones go faster. Red ones go faster. Because we gonna war.
Time is money, friend.
Time is money. Get her. Go on, get her. Take that, Sprinkle. I don't know why we're bullying you, but take that anyway. Were you bullying others? Did you bully other people? Bad, Sprinkle. Bad. Shouldn't bully people. See, this is what happened. A tiny Yeti that only comes up to your waist will chase you around, scare you. Stop being a bully. Bad. Crashing into things. It's alright. It's gonna despawn. Don't worry, Sprinkle. Don't worry, Sprinkle. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright, Sprinkle. It's okay. Maybe I'll give you a pat.
How you doing?
It's alright. There you go. Yeah, you're fine. Just believe. Believe you've got all the guns and all the ammo. It's all you need.
Strength.
Belief is stronger than actually having them. Exactly. It's all about yelling. It's all about yelling and how much you can drool. The more you can yell, the more you can drool, the more you can believe that you're going to win, the more you're going to win. It's the orcs' way. That is the way of the orcs. Even if all that's left of you is a head, apparently they can just put you back together. That's right. Just yell bang very loudly. The louder you can yell it, the more likely it is they're going to fall over dead. If you can yell bang loud enough to make the city shake, you're going to kill a lot of people. It's good. So it's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. When you go into the warp, you don't need no Gala fields. You just believe that either one, the demons aren't going to come into the ship, therefore they won't, or two, the demons can come into the ship because then it's going to be a good fight. That's right. Either one is good. Doesn't matter. Either one. One's a good fight. The other one, you don't get killed by demons. Both kind of good. But, you know, you got to die of something after all. Well, or do you? Do you really? Just believe you're going to live forever. You'll be fine. You'll be the biggest orc ever. And you'll be a grand old orc. Alright. Where are you? Who am I scaring this time? Quixel. Quixel, where are you? You hiding from me? No, you're standing right there. That's the worst hiding place ever. You see, this standing in the middle of a field is not a way to hide. Come on. This is not my preferred method. What are we doing here? What are we doing? It's gonna be like that, is it? Fine. We'll just get rid of these guys then. There we go. There we go. Quixel? Oh. Why am I even waiting for Quixel? I don't need Quixel. All I needed to do was scare Quixel, and that was it. That's done. Let's just teleport to Ogrimmar. And we will go hand in that quest up in Winterspring. Which will conveniently put me up to level 57. Then we can go have a look at these Berserk Owlbeasts, apparently. Or I can get stuck on a tree. Get stuck on a tree again. Not that it happens all the time or anything, because I'm a complete and utter Gumby. I'm not hopeless at all. I'm a perfectly brilliant WoW player. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. And vendoring all that just reminded me I need to get rid of some of my gold. I don't want to be carrying all of my gold with me. It is a bad idea. So we send it all off to the troll. The other troll who holds my money. He's the bag holder. Anything ever goes wrong, he's the one that's got all the stuffs. That should put him back up to, I think, over 200, maybe 300 gold. Oh. Rebuff myself is probably a good idea.
What are you?
And away we go up to Winterspring. Back off to Winterspring. It's a lovely cold place where things like having a penis longer than half an inch is just impossible because it's just so fucking cold there. And since I'm wearing a dress, the wind blows right up my dress and it shrinks everything. Absolutely everything. It's true. It's true. It becomes an innie. An innie instead of an outie. There you go. For ever wondering, that's how you do it. Freezing cold wind off of ice. Turn all of your bits into an innie. I really don't know what the fuck I'm going on about tonight. I'm just talking absolute garbage. It's wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? Well, Me, obviously. I think up all sorts of things. Some things I say, some things I don't. And it's the things I don't say that is probably the things that should never be said, ever in polite or even impolite conversation. I get in enough trouble for the things I do say, especially when I'm at work. Which is also probably why it's good that I don't work in our main office and I just work in a data center. You put the crazy people into a concrete bunker where they might not be able to get out. It's not quite a prison, but also not really that far off. It's not a prison. I mean, we even have armed guards and security cameras over us. There's a giant fence to keep us in there as well. Now I'm starting to get concerned about where I'm actually working. Do I just think I work in a data center and am I actually going to prison every day? I don't know if I like this realization. At least I get paid to go there, right? That's good, right? Right? Might have to talk to my boss about getting some rack leave from the prison camp. And again, we do have some. I actually have some leave coming up relatively soon, maybe. I don't know. I'm just babbling. It's probably for the best for the moment, considering we're just flying all around the world to complete a quest. Then we're going to go kill more berserk owl beasts, because this won't be orange then, it will then be yellow. Be a nice yellow quest, because I'll be level 57. Almost there, and where am I going to put my points? Where, oh where? Right there. Arcane concentration. There it is. We want that, and I think after that, I can't remember what I go to after that actually. Where do I go after that? Some sort of insane asylum for the terminally well hung. Except when I'm, of course, in Winter Spring, in which case I'm no longer well hung. Nobody is. Already discussed that point. It all becomes an innie. Okay, so I'm supposed to go into Arcane Resilience and Improved Arcane Explosion for my last 3 points. Okay. Arcane Resilience, what do you do? Increases my armor by an amount equal to 50% of my intelligence. Okay. It's not a lot of extra armor. And then it's Improved Arcane Explosion. Improved Arcane Kabooms! Get the 5 big kabooms. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Anyway. What's I going on about again? Almost here. We're almost in Winter Spring, where I can continue to freeze to death. See, in Winter Spring, this isn't actually a robe. This is actually my skin. This is the way my skin starts to look in Winter Spring. I'm freezing that badly. My skin goes very baggy and turns into a dark blue. The bagginess doesn't really make a lot of sense. But neither does the dark blue, honestly. I don't know what colour a troll really turns when they freeze to death. That's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Hard for me to fathom. But let's go become level 57. A mightier troll than I currently am. Not by a lot, admittedly, but, you know, better than nothing. Better than nothing. Where are you? Lagaki? Umi.
Well, now. Hurry back.
Alright, there you go. There we go. Level 57. Full 5 of 5 arcane concentration. And what server? That's a good question. Doomhowl. It is the Doomhowl server. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
because you actually don't want to have the mechanical Yeti because it can go a bit nuts and bugger off on you. And then it aggroes all sorts of shit, and before you know it, you've got a whole stream of monsters coming for you. So you don't really want to use it. So it's better left sold. So, yes. Apparently it is not unusual for the things like the mechanical Yetis to go completely off tap. And just decide you need everything in a zone. I'm actually pretty sure when I first got the mechanical Yeti, way back when I was a young man. Wow, I actually was a young man then. Anyway, back in like 2004, 2005, I think I actually used my mechanical Yeti when we were in Molten Core. Because I was just like DPSing on my rogue. That's what I was playing back then. And suddenly went, oh look, I got a mechanical Yeti, and I just kind of used it. I don't remember anything bad happening, but you know, I was a terrible raider back then. I knew kind of what I was doing, but I also didn't give a shit enough to really pay attention to what I was doing. And these are actually very bad traits to have, especially when you're the raid leader. I used to have to put the raid roster together, then I'd lead the raid, and then at the same time I wouldn't really be paying that much attention. So, yeah, I was not a very good raid leader. Not very good at all. Alright, so we want to go up here. There's plenty of Berserk beasts. They're probably all going to be spawning as something else now, I'm betting. There's plenty of Berserk ones up there before when I was here. Now I'm betting they'll spawn as something else. Some sort of fried food stand or something like that. Not going to be any kind of our beast. Apparently they can drop the Guardian Secrets thing now as well. Okay. So what that's all about. That also reminds me. And this is one of the problems. I get very distracted very easily. Oh yeah, so that's still a green quest. That's good. I wanted to make sure Call to Arms was still green because I need to start doing the Western Plagueland sometime soon. All right, we are gonna take you out, Mr. Berserk, our beast. You and me. I'll take you out to dinner. We'll have a nice steak. Yeah. Nice steak dinner. Probably make my wife jealous though, she likes steak. Steak's good. Lots of our beasts to kill though, so that's good. Unfortunately, not as many Berserk ones up here as there was. Let's rejuvenate the old mana basket there. Go gadget, fire ice bolts as a vending machine. You know, there's an anime called that for reincarnated as a vending machine. And while it's not as bad as you'd think. It sounds like it would just be the worst anime ever. It's pretty amusing. You've got to take it lighthearted. And I've been watching it. It's fine. But now that I think about it, he should have just, reincarnated as a vending machine. If they were WoW players, he would have been reincarnated as a mage. Because let's face it, that's the true vending machine. Mage vending machine. The true power of the vending machine is creating water. Which he does dispense quite a bit of, so... Maybe it's just based a little bit off WoW. Maybe. It's definitely more one of the more out there kind of anime reincarnated as ideas. I was kind of when it first sort of came up as a thing a while ago, I was like, how the fuck are they going to actually do this? So I was more interested in how the hell you write a story about technically an inanimate object. So, yeah. More of a curiosity on that part. But yeah, this seems to be the... at the moment is like the big reincarnated as a something craze in Japan. I'm sure they'll find a different craze. Maybe they'll go back to everything needs to be a giant mecha or something next time. You know, that way you can be back to get in the robot, Shinji. Instead of get in the reincarnated as a robot, Shinji. Shinji was reincarnated as LCL in an entry plug. Yes, I can only have the one of those. Why do I need to take that? Okay, that goes to the same guy all of these things go to. Cool. Cool. So that's just free XP, hopefully. Perhaps you should ask him about it. Yeah, well, I could ask him about it. Or, just tell me what it is now, you bastard. Come on. Let's see. Berserk our beast. Berserk. I need 7 more of your friends. You hear me? 7. Where are they? Never mind, you're dead now. Much harder for you to talk once you're dead. I mean, we can make a hole in the back of his head and use him as a hand puppet, but that never really works out right. You get your hand all gooey, it's just no good. It's no good. What are you gonna do, eh? Then your hand gets stuck in there, and then you get home, you gotta explain to your parents why you've got something skull stuck to your hand. That's gotta be an awkward conversation, you know. Especially if you've just gone out for milk or something like that. Come back now, you've got a skull hand thing going on, and your dad's going, you know what, maybe I'm going to go out for milk now. I'll see you in about 20 years. No, I just need to drink water. Speaking of drinking water, I need to fill up my glass. I will be back in a moment. Alright, and we're back. And we finished drinking, excellent. Now we can be a fully hydrated ice mage, making ice. No wonder you go through so much mana, you're using up all of your water by making ice. I think my frost bolts might be the wrong colour then. They're probably supposed to be yellow frost bolts. Maybe these are thoughts that I should probably, you know, keep internal rather than external. I don't know. It's a crazed beast. Run! It's a moon-touched one. It's another crazed one. Jeez. Alright. Here's the plan. We keep killing them until they respawn as berserk ones. Then we kill them too. And eventually we'll have killed enough of the berserk ones that the quest will be completed. Now they're all just fucking moon-touched ones, though. I don't know. What's going on there? Why are you... What moon has been touching you inappropriately? What the hell? No one's been mooning them. It's not good. Not good at all. That cave is empty. The Twinkle Cave is empty. What's going on? If you're wondering, Twinkle Cave is another way of saying vagina if you're in the UK. So there you go. The more you know. And of course, then there's Tommy Banana, which, you know, it's a banana. It's that should be self-explanatory. I have no idea why I'm going on about this. Oh, yep, that's good. Suddenly had a Tauren going up my ass. Just what we wanted. Don't know what he's here for. Oh, maybe he's doing some what's it called? Herb farming. Farming for herbs. Why are none of them berserk? I'm killing so many of them. You'd think that would drive some of them to be berserk, right? Like, seriously. Why are we not berserk, people? Why are we not berserk? I'm going berserk. I'm going mad, really. Unfortunately, I'm not going mad with power. Going mad with power would be probably a lot more entertaining than just going mad in general. Then you could at least, you know, then you've got like an army of people that you can order to do crazy things with. Order them to bury all of the trees in a forest because they were looking at you funny, but because they were looking at you funny, you had them all cut down. But now you feel bad, so you feel like they should all have a decent burial.
I can't carry any more of those.
You know, that kind of thing. But if you've got no power, you can't do that. You're just a crazy person bouncing around a house going, writing things on the feces like, can you please, on the wall in feces, you know, can you please call me a taxi? I'd like to go home now. If ever you do want a taxi, that is guaranteed to get them to call a taxi for you. You just write one message on the wall in feces, and you're good to go. People will be glad to help you out the door. I should be an advice columnist, really. No, Dapper's advice. If you ever want to end a conversation with somebody you don't like, just unzip your pants and tell them that you can feel the breeze nicely. And do it while keeping hard eye contact with them. Before you know it, bam, they're not going to be talking to you anymore. There you go. There you go. See? Who says I don't have life advice? I don't know if anyone's ever said that. I don't know if anyone said I do have life advice. I definitely have a lot of advice that shouldn't be followed. But I do have some advice that people should follow. Things like, never follow your dad into the bathroom. You just never know what heinous thing he's going to do in there. It's just going to be awful. Don't go in there. Maybe if you've got a gas mask. Maybe then. But otherwise, just no. Just no. Don't do it. Stay out of there. Hang out with friends instead. Sometimes your friends will be better than hanging out with your parents. Probably not all the time, though. Come on, Berserk our beast. Just you and me. You and me, son. No dirty ice tricks or anything like that. Oh, never mind. Of course, I was using dirty ice tricks. That'll do it every time. I have definitely not gotten enough sleep. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm babbling like a crazy person. It's because they won't let me out of my work prison. Very rude. Very, very rude of them. I mean, they keep paying me, so that's something, but they could let me out to play every now and then instead. That'd be good. Have like a swing set or something out the back of work. You go out there and just... Oh, just like when you're a kid, you'd be like, I'm going to go play on the swings for a bit. Just, that's it. Done with work for a bit, go out, play on the swings. No, doesn't that be fair? I think the wife was just laughing at the noise it just made. So they could... If I do that, sounds an awful lot like a fart. And she can't help but giggle off there in the distance. But if I could fart on command like that, I'd be doing a stage show. It's actually the sound of my my glass on the desk. Unfortunately, no fart acrobatics from me. I'm sure I'd be much more entertaining if I could do something like that. Key to that sort of thing is you don't have a anything that will loosen anything up in there the night before, because then your stage is just going to be a terrible, terrible place. Doing monstrous things there. People paying to watch, and they're just, no! Why is it a fountain? No. Anyway. Probably don't need to talk about that too much. Is that a berserk? No, it's a moon touch, but we're going to kill it anyway because it still has loot and it still has XP. And did my cone of cold just miss? Did I just cone of cold the hill instead of the moon touched whatever these things are? Our beast. Seems like I did. Seems like I did. That just shows how hopeless I am. Hopeless. Maybe one day, in time, I will be better. I don't think that'll be any time soon, unfortunately. But oh well. For now, though, we will continue to hunt berserk our beasts while just killing every single one of them that we come across. So I think that's the best thing for us to do. There you go. Tell you what, there are so many of those necklace things that they've got now. Every one of them wants to drop one. That's why that corpse is still there. Alright, what do we got here? I might find some moon touched ones in some of these twinkle caves. Hard to say. Well, that's no good. That's a dead berserker that I can still loot. the hell? Why can I still loot it? I don't need to. Aha, you're frozen to the ground. Now, who will have the tiny frozen penis? Wait, no, that's still me. That's still me. It's unfortunate, but slain by a Enforcer Emelgund in Mulgore. I don't know what an Enforcer Emelgund is. I'm pretty sure it's a name. You shouldn't have died to it. We will avenge you. Probably not, though. We'll think about avenging you, maybe. Why Moon Touched our beast? Why have you respawned now? It's just so you can attempt to thwart me, isn't it? No, the our beasts, they do it deliberately. It's just specifically so they can thwart me. They'd never do it to any other player. It's only me. Me! It's not really me. Anyway, it's fine. You know what I should actually do with these giant eggs? I should send them off to my rogue. Is there actually any cooking pattern? That I use the giant egg for? Monster omelette. Oh. Well, that's an old one. I don't need that one anymore. Oh, well, never mind then. I'll just vendor them. Not worth it, basically. Not worth it. Not good enough buff food. You got stuck on a rock for some reason. I don't know why. Your pathing is terrible. Alright, let's cruise through the center here and see if there's a berserk one over there. They seem to be likely to spawn in these lovely, well-groomed caves. If you're going to have these sorts of caves, it's good to keep them in good. Ooh, yep, there is a berserk one in there. Okay. Well, in that case, we better get some more water. More water, more mana, more mana. Apparently, I'm easily confused today. And every other day of my life as well. Particularly today, though. And every other day of my life. But, once we have enough mana, we'll kill this guy, because he keeps patrolling too far towards the cave entrance here. So we'll get rid of you. There you go. Now we'll go fight this one. There we go. There we go. Now he's in line of sight. We just have to convince him to, you know, die for us. There we go. Much better. Oh, I can't mount here. I'm like, why aren't I mounting? Oh, because I need to take one step to the right. It's a big difference, that. If I don't move that one step to the right, I can't magically induce my raptor to appear. Without that, I'm still inside and therefore too bad. No raptor for you. None. No raptors. No raptors. Alright, well. Managed to do a little bit of work over here in Winter Spring today. That's good. I need to start on that Western Plagues lands thing that I was talking about earlier. Yes. Definitely. Get that sort of thing going. Oh dear. We're at the Winter Spring and we will fly over to our friend in Fellwood, where we can hand in a couple of quests. Apparently there's a strange red key somewhere in Fellwood as well. There you go. There you go. Alright, let's see. I did pick up some rune cloth as well, so I can get up to a full stack of rune cloth. Bolts. I need to really reorganize my bags a bit because I'm kind of got random shit everywhere. And that would be a pretty smart thing to do because, you know, I could have more bag space. More bag space is better than less bag space. Alright, let's see. Blood Venom Post. Off we go. Hand in more quests. Oh. Hey, Inzek, how you going? Alright. I'm not doing too badly. I'm a bit tired. And I feel like I'm getting a headache. Mostly in my right eye. Otherwise I'm alright. And I'm getting pushed to try and get to level 60 before Saturday now, apparently. There you go. Yeah, headaches are like especially bad when you're like trying to focus on like screens and that sort of stuff. I find it's just like if I start getting a headache, the one thing I definitely don't want to do is start trying to use my phone, for example. That's a terrible idea. Then you're like trying to focus in on a small thing. I should probably actually see an optometrist sometime. I've only been saying that for about a year. Oh well. I'm totally not putting that off at all. Never do a thing like that. Never. Always willing to go see doctors straight away. There's nothing that freaks me out about them or anything. Nope. Nothing at all. Totally nothing. Of course, once you start to get old, you don't want to go see the doctor too much because you never know. They might suddenly go, you know what? You're in that age where we now need to stick a camera up your bum. And it's just like, no. Now you've ruined doctors entirely. So, hopefully that's not going to happen though. And that's where my brain is going today. It's not good. It's not good at all. But oh well. So, we get these 2 quests handed in. Then we're teleporting to the Undercity. I like teleporting a lot. Well, apparently I have to try and get to level 60 before Saturday. This is a concern. Don't know why I should need to do that. It's crazy. Crazy, I tells ya. And we go see that guy down there. Hey, yep.
What do you
Here we go.
Strength.
Guarding secrets. Take the blue feather necklace to Narrow Wild Mane in Thunderbluff. Do that later. I'll take that cash off you. Go see one of these fellas. We'll unburden ourselves of all of that stuff. I'm already back up to 35 gold. Yeah. I don't know why I had to come running out of there to teleport, but apparently that was very important for me to do. No idea why. But let's get ourselves to the Undercity. What's that? Tell us this task. Nah. Alrighty. Let's go start doing things at the Western Plaguelands. Western Plaguelands are the current enemy. No. Split wide open. Alright. So what we need to do is need to get over to the Bulwark, I think they call it. Get to the Bulwark for this one. They'll send me off to do things. Plagueland things. This hole? Yes. Yes, that's the one we want. Gotta admit, like, you don't want to have your main throne room this close to the outdoors of your castle. Maybe that's just me. And I actually think it's really weird that you've got like 3 doors there and you don't have like, there's a main door. Anyway. I always thought this castle doesn't seem quite right. Doesn't feel quite right to me. But anyway, that's just me. That's just me. Scarlet Diversions, Argent Dawn Commission. Okay, there's plenty of stuff over here for me. Plenty of stuff to get me killed. So that's good. It's always good to have plenty of stuff that'll get you killed. That's like 99% of the entertainment, isn't it? Watching people run around like their heads on fire. Ah, I'm dying! There's nothing I can do about it. I'm doomed. Ah! That's right. I was ready to do a couple more Silithus quests as well. Oh well, oh well. Go, Raptor, go. Go, Raptor, go. Go, Raptor, go. Feels so far. Feels so far. I don't feel like I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I wonder if it's because they want to do one of the AQ40 bosses that is like you basically need to do ice damage to it to kill the boss. So they want to try and pack their raid with as many mages as possible for their best chance of killing the boss. All right, you.
What would you ask of death? Beware.
Alright, yep, complete that. Proceed to Scarlet Base Camp. You've got to take the banner and you need one of these flaming bottles. Very important. Because you've got to burn their tent down and then set fire to it. No. Wait. What did I say? No.
And honor. for the horde.
I just said possibly the stupidest thing I've ever said. No. You burn their tent down, then you put the banner on it. That's what you actually do. You don't burn their tent down, then set fire to it. Because that doesn't make any sense. You've already burnt the fucking tent down. What the fuck? Plague upon thee. That's the one that's, yeah, that's all the way over in Stratho. I'm not going over there yet. No need to get the Barrel Family Fortune one. No need to run into the torch, but I'll do it anyway. And let's go see if we can not die doing this quest. I like doing this quest. It's actually a difficult quest to not die on, I found. Possibly because I'm a Gumby. But oh well. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. So, around here somewhere. Fellstone Field. We're gonna come across it eventually. So, Skalitz. The Skalitz. Alright, let's start with this medic. Oh. Well, that didn't go very well. Is there supposed to be that many dudes there? I feel like there's too many dudes there. Like, what the fuck? Let's see if I can get this medic by himself. I got a second one, that's not too bad. Maybe. Might need some more mana. That's good, that's good. I don't really mean to get that second medic, but... See, that's looking like that's going to be a problem. That all looks a bit too tightly packed there. That's okay, that's okay. So I think those three isn't too bad. I want to see how killing one of the hunters goes. We're going to go for this guy. I have the hound on me for a bit, that's alright. I'm not gonna sheep it at the moment. Alright, actually that's not too bad. So the reason I'm doing it this way is I just want to... It's kind of a pre-that fight sort of thing. So if I sheep one, then I might be able to still kill the other two before it comes out of sheep. The other thing is, I don't know if I'm going to end up... So if I grab this medic, am I going to get everything? got to think of my escape routes and that sort of thing as well. If I get too many things all at once, I need to still be able to get away. That one went well. See what happens if I hit this medic up here. I get way too many things. Okay. And that spell sucks. It just hits way too hard.
Cast that yet.
It's not like killing an invoker with a mage. I like killing an invoker with a mage if they don't get... Well, that doesn't actually tell me much, annoyingly. So that one didn't actually try and cast properly. It just kind of ran up to me and then let me kill it. Anyone else smell that burning? I think I'm trying to burn off brain cells, trying to think of the best way to do this. Alright, here's what we'll do. We're going to attack this hunter. And we're going to see what we get. We'll definitely get that one. And everything else in the camp. Okay. That's good to know. That's really annoying. This camp is the worst. So you see here, this big red dot. It's because people die a lot trying to do this. They don't want to go methodically through. Go over here. Stuff's going to start respawning over that side pretty soon. So that's a problem. I resisted my counterspell. Damn it.
That's still recharging.
Let's grab... Oh, actually no, don't grab them yet. I need to let counterspell come up again. Yeah, that hunter's... That one's back now. I forget to fucking loot that one. Yes. Yes, I did. Go me. Alright, now I got counterspell. Ah, so I can't even counterspell that. That's no good.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
Kind of surprised I didn't get that other hunter there. If I attack this hunter, will it get them? I know it's been happening the other way around, but will it happen that way around as well? And the other question is, how many of them will it get? And can I manage to kill him anyway? Oh, jeez. No, it gets everything. Oop, spider. Oh, crap. Me, Grimlock, need new strategy. That's basically what's happening is I get everything, and that sucks. Well, I got a medic as well. What the hell? What's going on here? Just get the fuck out of here. I'm going to be spending a lot of time running away, it seems. The thing I find funny is this quest, basically, they try to give it to you at level 50. I'm level 57 at the moment, and I'm still kind of struggling with it a bit. Needs thinking time. Thinking with a headache is causing problems. I'm just getting too many things all at once. I do wonder where that medic came from. Oh, there's no medic standing all the way over there as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well. With that happening, I can honestly say this just is not going to happen. Let's see if we can kill this invoker anyway. There you go. There you go. Take that, invoker. We're going to kill this medic too. Why are they in such a tight group just there? Like, that's just fucked. Fucked, I say. Fucked. I mean, I nearly had this guy down before. Let's... Why am I even really trying? What am I doing? Well, I think what is probably best for me to do is end the stream, because I don't think I'm thinking my way through it very well, and I think I'm going to have to come back to it. Now, I think I'm going to teleport to Ogrimmar. I'm probably going to stream this again tomorrow. I'll probably go off to Silithus and work on quests down there, most likely. We'll see how we go. So that's going to be it for me for now. I've been Dapper Ninja. This has been World of Warcraft Hardcore. Please like, subscribe, or follow on Twitch, all of those sorts of things. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Hope you'll have a good night or a good day, and whatever it is you're doing, hope you have a good one. And I will see you all next time. Bye for now.